Where am I? There! I disappeared! Welcome! We are back to Dining and Doodles. We're having technical difficulties since 3 didn't update. I can't seem to shut my mouth. Literally. Why I can't shut my mouth? I should have known it, but for some reason, they just don't want me shutting my mouth. I don't know. Here, we'll try this. Put this in my head. Nope. None of this. We'll probably need better lighting. That's probably what it is. But we are back. We have a request today to draw, well, not one, but 2 characters from Capcom's game library. We are going to be drawing Felica from Darkstalkers, one of my college, as an arcade addict, and the other being Roll, who I don't know if she's done anything of note in the Megaman games, other than just be a bad influence to women. But I could be wrong. Let's get to the art. Because we're doing 2 characters and it's a bit more elaborate. What did let me do. Oh, I put roll on. I don't have an option here. Let me grab that. I need the characters so I can use colors for the characters. I had a specific pair. Here we go. For roll. That I'm gonna use. Well, please. Just as a reference for my colors to do with. Also a good reference for what the character looks like. That's it. I'm not doing anything more with them. You can kind of see here with the layers going. This is going to be our roll layer, so we're going to blur that down there. I don't know what's on this layer. That went blue, but there we go. Alright. So yeah, I did the setup already. This one, because it's a little more elaborate. The person making the request, which is K1639 on Deviant Art, made a request to do this. They wanted Felica chasing a ball while Roll is on a pogo stick. I mean, it's oddly specific, but that's what we're doing. And while we draw, I have to address a few things from last time we did a stream, which was about 2 weeks ago. We were, of course, a little ill last week, so we couldn't do the stream. So what we ended up needed to be talking about got pushed to this week, and it got me kind of more irritated, more pissed off at this person. The person who put in the request for our stream 2 weeks ago for Vampire Line, I, had to state and go by their word. It was their OC. It was not. And the proper creator has gotten very pissed off at the person who made the request, and rightfully so, the person being called out. So I'm not going to mention the person who made the request. I am going to make an edit to the video clip on YouTube. I can't really do any edits. The Twitch is gone by now. But the fact that our stream kind of brought that to light, just goes to show, don't be an asshole and steal people's work. Honestly. And, I mean, we can talk about that a little bit with AI and whatnot. I talk about freaking Darkstalkers. Capcom, why do you not release released a new Darkstalkers in freaking 20, maybe even 30 years now. For crying out loud. I love the games. I was a huge arcade player of this game. Of that game. Particularly 2. I think it was 2. That we played the game pretty much in between classes. If the sort of little game room arcade was open. And I played against some friends. And I mean, I did decently with most of the characters. Raptor, who was the zombie, was pretty much usually my main. So I keep doing the basketball move on people. I eventually learned Dimitri's move as well. Felicia was never one that I killed with. Probably because she was incredibly bouncy and difficult to control. Another friend of mine mastered the werewolf. I forget his name. He was like John something. I was okay with Victor as well. And of course everybody wanted to play Morgan or Lilith, I guess, is the pink-haired one. The succubus vampire that is Morgan's equal or whatever. But playing Dimitri was always fun to just troll people with. I mean, that's the thing about the arcade games. They were meant to troll people. I don't know why I did the hair that way. She has distinct hair style. Let's do that a little bit better. Let me get. But yes, Dimitri's move, Come to Me, which turned any character into a vulnerable young woman and put them to bed, was by far the most insulting troll move. Absolutely. And some of the transformations were just so amusing. And I mean, we're talking, 90s culture. So there's a lot of, no, this is probably not okay anymore. But come on, Capcom, at least give me a new fighting game of Darkstalkers. Come on. 3 came out, I think, in 2000, and you just haven't done another one since? It's so tragic. I loved this series. Alright, I need to see the head a bit more. Okay, so yeah, we have the hair. The hair comes out. Okay, I screwed up on the hair there. Alright, or on the head. I know she had her thing, but it comes around a bit differently. Alright, so the hair comes out of the hairband. That has the cat ears. I will say we are currently running low on requests for Dining and Doodles. So if people have some things they want to request, we'll open it up. I mean, well, it's always open. But yeah, put in some new requests depending on what people want. I think we have 2 left to go, because I got one that I haven't written on my chart, and one I do know of, which will be the next one, which is Dragon Ball Z based. So we'll be doing some DBZ art next time. I've played both these characters. As much as I insulted Roll at the beginning, I will say I did use Roll in Capcom versus Marvel, I think, 2. you could use roll, and it was kind of trolly. Not, I mean, I love playing the trolling characters in fighting games. I really do. They're some of the more amusing characters to play. What is this not getting this headband right? Alright. And she doesn't have human ears, so we're gonna try and get this headband correct. But yeah, I mean, it is another fighting game that I enjoyed, but Marvel and Capcom 3 kind of really, you know, destroyed the fun. If they kept sort of that arcade-like fighter with just huge roster, I would enjoy that a lot more. And I mean, that's what I was disappointed when it came on console. All the characters were unlocked. And you had to know, like, passwords in the arcade machine to sometimes unlock characters. Alright. Felicia, I'm doing her eyes along as well. She's only got one. She's got the big one. Actually, she's chasing the ball, so she's going to be chasing the ball. Got her eyebrow. Kind of color it a little bit better. That. Because I know the headband's supposed to be like a nun hood a bit. As I recall the game, she was, what is that? Oh, I didn't mean to put on Starburst. She did it for children. She was in the fights for the children and an orphanage, and she was one of the good characters in Darkstalkers. There's the Darkstalkers anime, for those who don't know. Not a good show. It was okay. Felicia, of course, is one of the main characters in it. Very little use of Morgan, though. And Morgan, out of all the characters in Darkstalkers that survive is Morgan's. Simply because sexy vampire. I need to do that with the ears. The hair. The arms do have hair. But she also has an arm band. Okay. And I'm kind of torn. With the ball that I had planned out, it was originally just gonna be a rubber ball. But she's a cat. Why don't you make it a yarn? That'd be more cat-like to chase after. I mean, I even think one of her moves involves a yarn ball. So, it's kind of appropriate. Yeah, Capcom. Bring back, you know, Resident Evil, which, you know, people love. I can't argue. You bring it back Megaman, finally. Finally with Capcom. You kind of, you know, butchered Megaman for so many years. But you're bringing him back. You're bringing back so many series of your past because you're realizing, oh, hey, maybe this stuff did sell. Bring back Darkstalkers, man. I'm gonna buy that in a heartbeat. Even if it's just for the home consoles, you know, just a rehash of the games, I'm fine with that. But if you do, give me an arcade version. Because it was so much cooler on the arcade. I know, I mean, Darkstalkers, you know, was a fighting game with monsters. So, some of it was probably a little more unruly for designs and characters. I mean, I will say, as a person who mained Raptor, yeah, an English guitar playing zombie, and with a lot of very gross moves that slam dunk your opponents. Absolutely enjoyable, but at the same time, little creepy. I also played, I forget the character's name. I also made the Demon Lord or whatever in the second game. He was sort of the main villain of the arcade game. I don't know if he was the main villain of the home version, but saying that as I throw her butt. Yeah. This was a fun game to play. And it's probably wanted far more than the freaking Universal Monster universe that they tried to bring out years ago. I always remember Felicia has her freaking pink nails, and I never understood this. And what's these blue line things coming out of her headdress? Never understood, Capcom. What the hell are these? I'm drawing it in, but I don't know what the hell they are. Is it supposed to be like ribbons coming out of the headdress? Because it's not her hair, it's a different color. And it's treated differently. I don't say it's whisker-like, but the whiskers aren't there. You didn't give her whiskers. Oh. Well, maybe, oh, I see something. Yeah. We'll poof up the hair a little bit more. I completely forgot her hair's so poofy. What always creeped me out with Felicia was her hand and her feet, essentially, because everything was designed to be really cutesy, and I mean, she has kitty paws, so I mean, she does have the little toe bean, but at the same time, her hands kind of went a way that just was kind of disturbing, kind of broken. I mean, I guess I could pull up paws kind of look. But, I mean, eesh. That was the one disturbing factor with her. Now, of course, there was a lot of other characters that pretty much any of the females kept around over the years since Darkstalkers has even been out. Characters like BB Hood and Hosenko, of course, Morgan, and Felicia. I'm trying to think if there was another female that they tried to introduce. I don't remember. I know Victor was the Frankenstein character. He was tough. And then you had the mummy guy, and that was usually my foil. The mummy guy had amazing defense setup, and I don't remember his name, but I always feared playing against somebody with him, because that was usually where I'd either get my ass kicked with Richter or even Dimitri. Dimitri's a little more well-rounded. I'm gonna kind of do something different with the tail here than I threw. But yeah, keep saying butt when I draw her butt. Alright, Felicia. Bring it around. She does have that sort of cat smile, even though in this drawing, which is I believe from 2, her mouth is fine, but when you get into the game, her mouth actually goes cat curl. I do remember that. Definitely something I haven't drawn recently has been these characters. I mean, I've drawn Hosenko probably more than anything. I get why people liked her in the game, because she had good reach. She was a docile replacement for Darkstalker. But she only had high and low attacks, which was kind of weak. And that was the catch with Darkstalker. You needed to know how the attacks hit. My friend who played the werewolf a lot, he always hated the fact that his attacks were pretty much straightforward. So if you had a character who can jump or go down, because there were a few characters that could sink in the ground, it would tend to be the bane of the werewolf. I'm going to draw the ball on a different layer. Let's try and get Roll a bit drawn in. Well, actually, let me get some more spots. And we need to... Up there? Hi. Yeah, you can hear my voice kind of cracking a bit. That'll do it. I mean, we did Friday's stream, and we're doing tonight's stream, and then we'll do Thursday or Sunday's night stream. So yeah, our voice is gonna crack a bit because, well, it's just a lot to do. And we did it. Actually, we started a Thursday night stream. So. All intentions, we're going to be doing all the streams this weekend. So we'll be back on tomorrow night for people who have for Undertale. It's going to be our last Undertale adventure, whether we beat it or not. mainly because of, it was a Halloween game. That's what we chose. We let fans vote. We dropped the second highest, but we've been playing Undertale. I have a couple games I think I'm gonna do for next month. We are definitely going to probably hit Super Mario RPG because, my god, finally getting the classic. Finally getting the classic. But, yeah. I need to see Roll's face because I've not seen it in a while. Alright, so she is very round, so it's very childlike. So, we're going to do Roll. And I'm going with, I think it's the Megaman 5 version of Roll. The one right here with the ribbon. So, we're going with that version of Roll. Because she never had a good design till later in the games. In my opinion, she had a very bad design, and the character is literally there just to cheer on Megaman. She doesn't really do anything in the games that I remember. I think later they kind of made her the communicator of most of the Mega Man games, because usually, you know, you'd have Dr. Light get kidnapped by Dr. Wily, which, seriously, at a certain point, change it up, Wily. Come on. And just quit doing the same number of robots. Come on. He's already destroyed your robots all the way through. And you started with 4, and then you went to 8, and you never went to larger numbers. Come on, man. And don't make them so they're weak to the powers of the other ones. You're just a poor man's villain, Wily. You never could have gotten it straight. I think the designer for both this version of Roll and Felicia may be the same person. I don't know. I am not a huge Capcom follower of history. And that's, while I fixed that tail, it was not on the right layer. I'm trying to fix the tail as best I can. But yeah. Overall, it's been an interesting time back. I mean, this has essentially been a month of us streaming again from over a year ago. And it's great to be back and doing this. You know, when we started this originally, Dining and Doodles was a little bit bigger. We'll probably get bigger again. Provided people, you know, want to add in more chat and add in their own requests. Although we did put down a rule that probably diminished a lot of our requests. And part of that was for good reason. Because I need to make sure they will air on Twitch and YouTube. And now we have Twitter. But Twitter's a little more lax with what to air these days. So, yeah. I want to undo that. Okay. He's got little noops. And also we're dealing with, he is on a pogo stick, so we need to make sure hair's acting like it is on something that's moving. May have just heard my phone chime in. Just family. Doing chat, particularly. My brother getting ready to have his first new home. Well, it's not his first home. Not his first home. He's had two before. But he's getting his first newly built home. So he's sharing that kind of information to us. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a school uniform that Roll's wearing. Kinda looks like a cross between Catholic girl's uniform and a sailor fuku. Maybe that's what they were going for? Is it buttons? What is it on her? We don't know. We don't know. They're just two balls. Two balls on the middle of this. Dicky? I mean, it looks like a dicky. You know. It's dumb, but yes, that is a dicky. That is a dicky. I don't think it's part of the dress, but I don't know at the same time, so I can't completely rule it out. But it looks like a dicky. So, Capcom, why'd you put Roll in the dicky? I don't know. I guess it'd be more of a question to the creator of Megaman, who no longer works from Capcom, I don't believe. That arm is not in a good position. I'm gonna try and redraw the arms. Face there. And then move it on the body. That arm didn't work well. It's kind of hard to figure out stuff like a pogo stick in a drawing without using visual references to see how somebody grabs on it. I mean, I understand some people find them enjoyable. And yeah, I mean, pogo sticks look fun. But at the same time, trying to draw it is not fun. And I kind of get why people are requesting this. This is not the first time we've drawn pogo sticks on Dining and Doodles. If you go back in our history on YouTube, you will see several of these. No, it does hit the little triangles, although I kind of went too far with that one. Okay. She has a tiny ass waist. I'm super jealous. But, I need to stop saying but tonight. I talked about her waist, and that's even more disturbing because Roll, I don't know what Roll's age is supposed to be. Alicia's at least an adult. I mean, I get why Dr. Light made her. Because she's supposed to be his maid. But at the same time, he made Megaman because he wanted a son? Or to rebuild his son? I'm always kind of confused on Megaman's lore there. Because he also built other robots, like Proto-Man, and Proto-Man, Megaman's brother, but he didn't work, and Dr. Wily worked with Dr. Light to build robots like Megaman, and it's so confusing. I mean, I guess that's the benefit with Darkstalkers. There weren't enough games to build up this huge amount of lore. And a lot of the lore was based on, typical monsters of myth and legend. Vampires, succubus, which, come on. I'll say it. I'm not a fan of the succubus trope just being so overused. Anime's got a lot of them. Every time I play D&D, I've run across people that, want to have succubus in the party or something along that lines. It's like, okay, there are other monstrosities to paint. And succubus still are evil. They're not, middle of the ground. The hands are really bugging me on this. I'm gonna have to probably pull up a picture of someone on a freaking pogo stick. Get this right. Let's do this. Alright, her hand here. How many hands does she have? Or fingers? Alright, she's got the typical 5. She's not cartoon style, going into less than 5. But at the same time, that kind of screws up the drawing a little bit. I don't want the pencil. I want the pen. There's a reason I use the pen. It's cleaner and quicker. Alright. That's a hand. Try to do the handle here. Here. Do a stick here. Like that. And as I recall, pogo sticks, they gotta go like this. That's the actual actuator, whatever you call it, piston. It's gotta go in here. And we're gonna go down to her 8, which are these big boots. As I recall from looking at it earlier. freaking nose. Not really. He has one of those anime no-noses. I mean, I guess there's further a no-nose. I sound like I'm talking stupid, but I mean, stuff like Krillin and Dragon Ball. I mean, we'll be doing Dragon Ball next week. If we do a stream next week, as long as we're good. But yeah, I mean, Krillin absolutely has no nose at all. And if we went Pokemon route, you know, Meowth has no nose. At least Meowth in Team Rocket. So. Okay. We're almost done with this little sketch, and I'll change colors for it, so I know what I've drawn and what I haven't. Okay. Now, switch the layers. Okay, go with that. And I want, let's go with the red here on this, so I know exactly what, oh, it went to black again, dang it! I wanted red. There we go. Now I know the corrections I made, what I need to draw on the layers. Okay. Go back to her layer. I'm going to erase part of her arm because it's in bad position. Black. Oh. Oh shoot. There. Around. She's got her big cuff. Okay. And all here. Turn this over. Thumb there. It's a mess. This is probably some of the messiest hands I've done in a while. Let's try and do hands a little bit better here. Come on, I can do better. You're a professional. Alright. Move that around. And down here. That's it. Now, and start with the thumb. Move up. That's too far there. Around here. Around here. Around here. And around here. And we can put the hand over that. Little curl under. And we're going to try and do the same over here. I've been cooking and not drawing today, so off mainly because I'm a little out of practice today. I've been drawing in 3 days, and that's mainly on me forgetting things. And having a very busy schedule lately. So if you cut our Dribble Draw, which is our newer show of art, you probably saw pretty much the last real artwork I've been working on this weekend. Not intentionally. Not intentionally. I have to say that because I've gotten some commissions in line and I gotta get to work on those. Sadly. That a little flutter of the dirt. I need to see. Yes, has a ruffle underneath. Important enough before we do the line. Dirt. No. Still haven't decided. If you caught our Thursday stream, we did Under Ninja as our review. I still haven't decided on what's going to be this upcoming week's stream. Partly because Idive's been acting like a little bitch for us not to be able to do Crimson manga right, or Ragna, Crimson Ragna, right. But there's a couple other titles they claim they, but I've not seen them post on iDive. But we're gonna try them. I tried to get into 2 other series on Crunchyroll, and they suck. And I think the only thing Netflix added that's new to them so far is a movie, which we try not to do the movie reviews. We'll save that for, Anime Anticlimax or something else. Okay. So her boots go back at the end. They're not even, I mean, her feet are probably fat, like that. I don't know what you would call them, other than fat. You got that feet. Yeah. Putting this on in. And we're gonna try to be doing streams every week, regular streams a little bit more often. Unfortunately, yes, we have a busy schedule with art and drawing on top of life prep and health issues, but we're gonna try. But we have announced on Tuesday we will not be doing a dribble draw this coming weekend this Tuesday, coming Tuesday, because of Halloween trick-or-treaters. I'm in a situation where I don't know what I'm getting as far as any, if at all. But since the setup is right at my door and my window, it'd be very disruptive. So we're not gonna have people coming and going for trick-or-treating at our door while we stream, because that'd be really hard to stream. So we're gonna delay doing a dribble draw till next month. It's election day, actually. Yeah. I might go an extended drawing session on election day. Here in the U.S. Well, here in my home state. I don't think there's really any election out anywhere else in the U.S. There might be one or two other elections, but my state seems to be the one everybody's looking at this time. Because we have odd freaking elections. But I have the whole day off because I have a government job. So I might do an extended dribble draw that day, since it would be making up for us not doing one this weekend. Or not weekend, week. So I haven't fully decided, but that may happen. Alright, I'm gonna try to bar here. I'm trying to remember from scratch from so many of these pogo sticks how they look in actuality. Okay, then we're gonna do a little bit of springiness. And I'll go through and eliminate. Like this. Where are we at in time? Well, we're almost done to our first hour. Dining and Doodles. While we have a 3-hour time block, the requests are usually done in about 2. That is how we usually set this up. And we have the extra hour if we wanted to go over, or do any more details, or have something we want to discuss. Last time we did this, we had a lesser look episode that we had to cover. This time, we don't have anything. So, nothing to worry about as far as extended. But, we might still do some more. Since, I mean, I do enjoy both of these characters. And I've played both of these characters in the games. Well, in a game, because I have to state, you don't really get to play a role all that often in Megaman. I think there's one game you can play a role for a brief bit. Once they decided, after X, when they started coming up with, hey, we can play multiple characters with different playstats. Of course, Mega Man always had his switch out abilities, but other characters could have unique abilities pick up as well. So, yeah, helps out. Alright. Well, I think we're doing well. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more with this whisker thing on Felicia here. At least this one. Because it goes a little longer just to do it. Right. I'm gonna erase this ball. I'm gonna redo this ball. What layer is this ball on? On the other layer. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do the ball differently. We'll use a tool for it. Okay. And I kind of want where Felicia's. I want to poof that up a little bit. Alright, now, the reason why we have the little figures of Felicia and Roll out, mainly so we can get their color scheme down. So, I'm on Felicia's layer, right? Yep. I'm gonna work on her hair. Up. No, that was right. Alright. That is something I haven't dealt with, so I need to deal with it now. That shouldn't be here. So that should be his shoulder. Done a little bit better. Shoulder blade right there. And then we can do the hair down to there. Shoulder stroke a little bit better than that. Up. Very much when I was designing characters like of my own that were like in Demon Blade, I very much did use Felicia as a basis for originally in the series, the original time I was drawing Demon Blade, which has been 99, 98, probably even 97. That's when I was playing Darkstalkers a lot, and the idea of a cat-like blue-haired character was kind of amusing. So when I made I originally had her have a cat form. I gave all three of the cursed ones with an animal form. So Kaji was a turtle, Yoku was a woodpecker, and Mai was cat. That changed over time. I went more into my backstory of her being a Yukiona and less of her sort of being her own creation. So I went more into the lore and legend. So where we are now, where she's fully based in the legend, I do research and whatnot on how she would be as a character, following these concepts that she's based off of. So. But yeah, just a nice little tidbit of my own creating. Don't be afraid to borrow something from other creations. I mean, not stealing them, but I mean, be different. Mine, of course, is very much a little more hot-headed, and another layer. Bring her boob in a little bit.
definitely... I will say out of the two characters, I much prefer the Darkstalker characters to the Megaman design sometimes. Megaman was very literal with the robot designs, with the characters. Darkstalkers at least got creative with the monster designs, because they were using elements that everybody else sort of saw out of games, or well, out of movies and whatnot. And so creating sort of unique personalities for each of their monsters. And even making Felicia a character, honestly, because Felicia's sort of her own character. Because, well, Japan likes cat girls. I guess that's how Felicia came to be. But in monster movie and concepts, there really wouldn't be any focus on a cat-like creature outside of, you know, maybe Catwoman from Batman. Because, I mean, she of course exists well before Darkstalkers. Yeah, I guess it would. She would have been a little bit loosely based off of Michelle Pfeiffer in Return of Batman, the sequel for Michael Keaton's Batman with Michelle Pfeiffer and Catwoman, which they put Halle Berry in that horrible Catwoman movie. Halle Berry just... her career got ruined by superheroes. Honestly. Most of the good shows that she was in and movies were ruined by her personas in superhero movies. She didn't like playing Storm at the end. I mean, she went in, I think, being very cool with the idea, but I know towards the end, when she could have come back for the new series, the First Class series, she turned it down for that Age of Apocalypse where they brought the old and the new. Of course, Hugh Jackman as Logan is always enjoyable. But we are finally going to be saying goodbye to him and the new Deadpool movie, as far as I'm aware, because I think they have somebody new already cast for the Marvel version of X-Men, but we're tired out, and you're going to try and bring in the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and I don't know, Marvel, and the fact that Disney is really hitting rock bottom right now with movies, especially with them having to remake Snow White again. This is, I think, their third time remaking the Snow White movie. Now they're putting the dwarves back in, like they should have been in the first place. But you're not getting dwarven actors. Instead, you're just gonna keep what you have and just CGI them in there. It's a disaster. I mean, looking at the CGI, if they can make it look better in 2 years, sure, maybe it'll look better. But Disney, you shot yourself in the foot by doing some of these movies and not listening to audience, just doing it your own way, and listening to people like Kathleen Kennedy, who just butchered Star Wars. And sure, you have Mandalorian, which was decent. I don't know. I've not watched it past season 2. Mainly because I don't have a Disney Plus subscription anymore. Because I didn't see the point. I know I'm an anime reviewer. I'm not watching Bleach. But I was never... No. I enjoyed Bleach when it started. But once we got into the filler territory of the Bound, I was done with Bleach. I could not stand it. I already was trying to fight through Naruto filler just to get to Shippuden, and then Naruto did 2 years. 2 years of fucking filler. Seriously. If you watch Naruto as it was releasing on not sites, but if you were watching it as it was releasing, you had to go through all that crap filler before they finally got to Shippuden. And even after that, they kept putting more filler. I mean, I get that people complain that One Piece has filler in the middle of the shows, but I'll take that stretching out an episode over making me watch some really bad story that describes and berates the characters, or in Bleach's case, makes them gain ability and just not really give that ability back as they go through the main story. And honestly, here we go. Without Felicia, we probably wouldn't have had Yorichi and Bleach. So that Bleach fans, here's a character you can thank for existing. I believe that Felicia may have been the inspiration for Yorichi of having a cat girl. Because as much as I didn't play Felicia because she bounced around so much and was hard to control, she still was a badass in the game. I mean, I understood why people played her. Multiple reasons. 1, hot girl. 2, I mean, bouncing cat. Come on. Bouncing cat. Alright, get her. I'm gonna use there for the color for the claw. Painted claws. Painted claws. That's gotta be a lot of work. And to think if you chip them, or I don't paint my nails these days because they take so freaking long to do them, and then they get ruined like in 5 minutes. Maybe I should wear more fake nails. And it's Halloween. I do have a costume for Halloween. It'll be the first year, I think, 20 years that I've had a costume. Mainly for office use. Maybe, I'll wear it if trick-or-treaters come. It's just a simple Renaissance costume that I was able to get cheap that looks good and had good reviews on Amazon. So I'll wear it. Let's see. Use blue there. Try not to dominate it with this dark because it tends to have a lot more of the lighter blue. I don't know what went there. But, alright. then we'll go into the darker shade of blue for certain areas, like down here. 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 Okay. What the hell happened there? Oh, okay. Fun, but the more I become an adult, well, I am an adult. What am I talking about? The more older I become as an adult. That's probably the better word for it. The older as I become an adult, the less I want to do anything about it, other than just, you know, give out candy. Try not to eat all the candy myself. I've never been a party person anyway. So, I mean, I never really went to parties because I didn't care for them. I was that kind of awkward introvert, I guess. Trying to put a little bit of this. Oh, that's too much. Yeah. And we'll do. I'm gonna reverse one of these. I'm gonna reverse this one. Because I do know the light source. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and put there. And then we'll do the blue-ish gray here. The French gray, what is it? Keep. Okay, there we go. There. And you basically continue where the shadows I put down. So actually, there. There. No. I know. I don't remember the games as much. I know Felicia, I think she called the orphans her kittens. It's been so long. Again, I think if something comes out of tonight's stream, besides people watching, Capcom, bring new Darkstalkers. You don't even have to do fancier designs. Just do something a little more. I mean, I would like to see a Street Fighter game with multiple Street Fighter characters that is back in the original 16-bit look, but you can do something a little bit more fancy. I don't know. I haven't played any Street Fighter game in years, honestly. I think the last one I played was Alpha in the arcade. But I mean, that's Street Fighter for me. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable series. Did I ever play any original Street Fighter? I mean, everybody took Guile or Ryu. more of a Ken player, because I did play Ken a lot. But I also played Goslin a lot. I know a lot of other people. Alright, let's do this then. I just realized I did something. I did a goof, but I'm gonna fix it. Or I fixed it by bringing them down, so the layers match. Alright. But yeah. I mean, of course, if I wanted to cheese people out, I'd play Blanca. Because you just sit there and just use electricity all the time. You pretty much dominated it. I remember playing one time, I think it was in Reno. We were at the Circus in Reno, which is probably, I don't know if it's still the best hotel in Reno to stay for, children. Because I was not fully allowed in the gambling areas at the time because it was underage. But I will say that they had an arcade in there, and they had the Street Fighter games. And of course, this is in the 90s, so everybody was playing the Street Fighter games. But the Street Fighter, one side of this game system, arcade system, was broken. And if you played on player 2 of the side of the arcade machine, you could continuously rise up, and I mean up in the game, and be invulnerable as you just launch attacks. If you played Guile or Ryu, you really had an advantage. Or Goslin, I guess. Goslin could have done it. I didn't play Goslin in that game. I definitely played Guile and just kept spamming sonic booms. But yeah. Yeah, I went to Circus and played video games. They wouldn't let me on the gambling floor. Which is probably good for my own good. I get more enjoyment out of the video games than I would out of a slot machine. And my area is now talking about bringing in a casino. And honestly, I could care less, but I know that the money they say that it can be like, oh, you can bring all this money into your area. Never happens. Never happens here. They always say that. They never bring in money. Every time they pitch a new idea out like that, it's like, oh, well, this will bring in money. It's like, no, it didn't. I think the only thing that brought in money was Amazon, and that was it. Everything else kind of just rotted. It's been that way since my childhood, and it's still gonna be that way when I die. Years later. Okay. I think I'm gonna make her pogo stick green to match her ribbon a little bit. Because it stands out best against the red, which, oh, I gotta do the little circle things on the boot. Circle thing. Here. Right. Get it all this back here. I think there was a point in one of the Mega Man games, I could be wrong, that they tried to make Roll just a human. Which is odd considering Mega Man games, only humans were Wily and Dr. Light, and Wily was always iffy if he was a human. Because every now and then he'd be, oh no, Wily's a robot. They do have, is it 11 or 12? I forget which one's coming out now. It's good to see them back, but at the same time, I remember when 10 came out, and it was like, it's good, but it's no Mega Man 2. Good. I mean, Mega Man 2 was probably, and still probably is, Mega Man's peak of the original franchise. X was its peak, I think, in general. Because X was pretty good. Although, the network games, I guess a lot of people love those as well. And they may say those are peak. I played them, but I never really cared for them. Because they were more hard to play than video game, in my opinion. And then there was the other one, what was it, Star Force or whatever, where they got Zodiac monsters, which I know was already done in one of the Mega Man. I think it was 5 or 6. So they already kind of did the same concept, but this time they made an entire Mega Man franchise around the Zodiac and all that, and it didn't really work for me. And I know they have a mobile game. That's a definite no for me. I know if I left people to choose what game to play in the month, we might have heard Genshin come in and play, or Honkai Rail, which, you know, if they want to give me a sponsored stream, sure, I will play them. But I played Genshin before. I mean, it's great. It's addictive, unfortunately, and I'm trying to stay away from money-wasting addiction. Which, you know, I already spend a lot of money on food, good food. In fact, tonight was a great meal. I got myself some delicious marbled roast, chuck roast. I roasted up, slow roasted some, the roast, excuse me. And, you know, so tender, so enjoyable that, great, good stuff, yes, it is. Okay. Come on, why are we not? Did 13 crash? I think 13 crashed. Alright, let me go and break a bit, and we'll get this back up and running, and we'll do some more artwork.
Alright. Still not working. So. Nope, wrong image. Wrong image. Where are these? I have a backup for this. Ah! Yes, we are terrified. Oh, nope, nope. Back here. Where are we? Okay. There you go. Alright. We're having to deal with a still image because our program for the model is decided to kill itself today. Given it wasn't working great yet. So, nope. Alright. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're gonna do more art. We're gonna continue where we left off. And, yeah. They do an update and they screw everything up, you know? Oh, I still didn't do her nose. Oh. Didn't want that. Yeah. Gonna have to look into what's going on with the program and fix it. I'm gonna redo these eyes because they're not looking in the same spot. Annoys me. Dark. Red, come on. There. And the light pinkish red. There we go. And black. And oh! No! No, 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 no! No black-eyed children here! He's got very... Yes, I mean, it's very much the same eyes that Pokemon had in their earlier run. The little long slit eyes. Guess it was a 90s thing for anime. But they were around a lot of anime. But, let's see, does she have pupils? Yes, she does. Alright. Alicia also has pupils, but she has little cat eye pupils, so I need to do those too. Ugh, that didn't look good. Nope. Do it. Do a little white. And we gotta do another. So she does have one. It's just literally like that. Tiny, tiny nose. Poor girl probably can't smell much. You think? That's a thing. I mean, we've seen a lot of Mega Man stages over the years. You think Mega Man stinks? I mean, smell-wise. I mean, a lot of the early
some of the earlier areas that Megaman goes through in his adventures, he definitely is going through trash dumps and whatnot, and he's gotta stink, man. Maybe we should have like a chart one time on Drill Draw of superhero or video game characters that stink. What is the stinkiest video game characters? We'll only do like the heroes, and then we'll do the villains in a different one. Stinkiest video game characters. Okay, what? I know she's got a different color in her hair. She's got white highlight, well, light yellow highlight. She's both got this orange in her hair. So we'll use that. I need to make them both up even. I'm gonna have to do a little more hair on this side. I need to get my own hair taken care of. I haven't gotten that done in a while. Right there. And then we'll bring in that lighter, very, very light yellow, white. It's not all the way white. But it's definitely a highlight on their hair. Alicia doesn't have the highlights, but we do need to do her eyes. And probably do some shadow in her ear. And then we need to, because it is 9:30, started at 8, we do need to do our background. And our ball for Alicia's face. Give her. For that, I see some spots I missed with her. Okay. So let's focus on the ball next, because that's going to be the more prominent feature of this. We're going to just use the shape. It's going to be a lot quicker and get me a more universal look of the ball. I want to make it slightly egg-shaped. And we're going to move it because it's not in the right spot. And the reason we wanted to make it egg shape is it's going to be bouncing, so I'm going to be doing some characteristics to it for motion. Let's make the ball... Oh, I got to do the green of the pogo stick too. Let's make the ball purple. Let's do the pogo stick real quick. Disadvantage of doing multiple characters, like I always say, we make it too busy, it's going to be difficult to get the drawing in on time. But that's why we have a time limit. And so that we can do this within a set time limit. And have the time to do it all. Because otherwise we'd be here all night drawing out scenes for people. And that wouldn't be fair to me. Wouldn't be fair to the audience. And basically would be hurting my pocket because my rates have gone up over the last years. That's a character drawing. That's a page you guys shouldn't be seeing yet. It's a witching page without anything really done to it yet. That's what I'm supposed to be working on right now. Because I am way behind on witching. Which is why we're not doing a release this coming week. Because I do not have issue 4 done. And I may be delaying it till the new year. Simply so I can get ahead of the audience release. I gotta finish Demon Blade too. But we're caught up with Demon Blade at least, for the most part. Darker green. Put that on the side. So we'll do the bar too. We're not gonna make it a yarn ball because, well, no, we could. We could. We're gonna do a cheat. Well, not a cheat, but we're gonna do a quick method with the yarn ball. We're gonna use our good old friend of paint tool, well, not brushes, the paint tool. What am I trying to say? God damn. Different brush tips. That's what we're trying to say. I know there's a yarn one in here somewhere. I thought. Or a braid or something. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of my computer version. The braid might work though. Let's keep the same color. Oh, well, that's gonna be black actually. Black. Get that color. We're gonna select the ball. Which is not select because we're not on the right layer. Alright. Let's see how well this will work. This is the way we'll do it! Is it working? Kind of. Kind of. Alright. Let's do... I'm gonna make it a little bit larger. No, that's too large. That works. Since I have it selected, I can do some other things with it. But go the same way. Let's try that. Bring it around. Now we'll do that. Okay. Now I'm going to deselect. Would have been better if it was a really thicker line, honestly. Let's see here. See what we can do with a brush. Thickness. Yeah, that might work. There we go. That's more detail. There we go. Round. Now we'll do the select. And we can do a little piece here. Well, actually, no. It's bouncing, so we'll do it this way. And select again. But now we're going to select a different layer. Grab our little shadow. Oh, we're going to do a little darkness here and try and pull it into the ball a little bit. Layer option. Darken. No. Green? No. No. Overlay. That'll work. That gives it a little bit more of a colored texture. Okay. Now we need to do, because we've only got 15 minutes, we're going to do a real quick background. So, done them before. Alright, plan was originally do a round or circular base here. Oh wait. Undo that. Bring it to normal. Now. That. And let's do this kind of blue. And we're going to do a quick night sky behind that. If we go over, we go over. But then that's why we have the extra hour. So if we have to go over, we'll go over. But point is to not go over. Okay, we need to go that way a little bit. So I was going to do night sky, which, well, that way. And we're going to add a layer between that. So we want to do a city night sky. So we need a little bit of orange hue. And I need that brush to be pretty thick. Okay. Do some quick buildings, and that means shape tool, like we did before. Nope. Okay, just slide it more. What the hell? Maybe less of a dramatic side. Trying to just do something awkward. And is this something? Damn it. I can work on that layer. That's spray paint layer. Alright. Here. Do one. Nope. Another one. Nope. This one. There. One here. Let's try and keep moving. Okay. Black blocks. Make good shadow building. Up. Far. There we go. Add a little bit more detail to them. So. Zoom in. Thicken this a little bit. I think 15 will probably be fine. And do a little light on there. Maybe some boxes or air conditioners or whatever. Just really quick buildings in the background. Shadow. Maybe we'll do one past. We'll do a pentagon shape. Or polygon shape. Maybe not build. There we go. Add a little bit there. Maybe one little bit of a circle look in the background. Just some quick little things there. Now taking I'm gonna go back to this yellowish orange that I used. I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna raise my voice a little bit. When's comedic here? Where am I at? Oh, I'm all the way down there. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're gonna just add a little bit of this. And then the layer below, I'm gonna add some blue, the night sky. Okay. Tuesday we covered about my possibility of having a ghost. That noise that you have heard was something dropping in my kitchen. And I'm over about 10 to 15 feet away from it. So, yeah, you make the decision. Is it a ghost? Is it possible? Ah, that's too many. That's too many. Particle size, we want to shrink it. We want to We still want it spread, but we don't want distance, or density. There we go. Add a little bit of star. Now do another effect. We're just gonna grab our pen, crank it up to about 25. Wait, wrong layer. Take our little buildings. Actually, let's do this with hard brush. Nice! Clipping. Why don't I have a hard airbrush? Ah! Too much. Alright, so what size are we at? Whoa, 640. Go 65. Okay. Just quick lights and buildings. Too. I know it looks like junk, but I honestly have better brushes for this. I don't know if they're not at all on clip paint. And that's what's annoying me. Or on mobile clip paint. Why I can't use my brushes that I paid for or have on my computer, on my clip paint on mobile, I do not know. Clip paint, you need to fix that crap. Because really annoying. Paint supply, let's see if we can do that. That's better. Alright, let me just make a bigger brush. Yeah, 140. Okay, that's better. That's better. Differentiate that. Oh. We'll shrink that brush. Yeah. Alright, let's do it real quick. Two of these, but I want to shrink them. So, let's see. I want red light there, red light here, red light over here, red light over here. Just something simple that you can do if you want a quick background in your drawing. And we even take the buildings, fade them ever so lightly. And maybe do something with the bottom here. Actually, go that darker, and with the brush, make the sides darker, but the front lighter. And we'll add a little shadow under them, both our characters, which would be this player. Roughly. I love this music that I got. I believe it's one of the ones I paid for the streams. But there's some free music as well. Alright, Doll's gonna be there. Roll's gonna have a little shadow here. And we'll just take these. Save them a bit. And select. We're gonna do a quick moon, which let's get up. Too far. Too harsh. Just a faded little light there. Again, brush or pen tool. I could do this with a, in fact, yeah, let's bring it in properly. Gray. Airbrush, shrink it down immensely. Zoom in a bit. Let's go a little larger. Just add some dots. Make a little cat in the moon. And then we're just going to grab our blending tool. Well, wrong blending. Wrong one. That's a fingertip. Blend. That's what we need. Just to fade it up a little bit. Let's add one little treat here. We didn't, one thing I didn't do this year, and last year, because of course I was not in a good situation last year, but we didn't do something that I've done for a couple years. So let's acknowledge the holiday. I usually did Drawtober / what was Inktober years ago, before the creator wanted to be a dick about Inktober and started stealing people's work. So let's put a little pumpkin in here, little jack-o'-lantern. Since this is our last stream for the month, and we won't be here. Well, it's not our last, no. It's our second to last stream, but our last art stream for the month. Because we will not be here Tuesday. Let's try and do a little bit here with the pumpkin here. Our usual 20s. And we'll carve it out. draw a pumpkin for real here. Okay. Thing that most people forget when they draw a pumpkin is their vine. Very thick. Okay, so we want to do there. There. Give him a nose. Just a quick pumpkin. And we'll give them orange color. Green. Ooh, this color green. It's a little more brownish. Then we'll do yellow. That orange, grab airbrush, make sure we're not a huge size. Need to grab that color, orange, go a bit darker. Oh, nope. Didn't put the brush on. Real quick pumpkin. Might even do a little bit of an interior for him. Let's see. Like, alright. That's gonna be more of this color. The interior. Oh. Oh. Oh, I didn't do the nose. Do a color for the spine. Let's see here. Got a little bit of shadow, but we're gonna do this with pencils. And one quick layer over. Grab that same yellow. Where can I see the new schedule for dining? I can post it soon, but right now we only have 2 requests on the list that are coming up. One is a Dragon Ball original character. The other one, I don't remember what it is, but it's sitting in my chat with Deviant Art to add to the list. So yeah, I haven't posted it because it's so small right now. light there. And we're gonna make that glow. There we go. I think this one turned out pretty well. Nice little quick one to put together. But yeah, thank you, Cypher, for bringing it up. As always, yes, this is by request series. So if you watch this and you're like, hey, I want a drawing done, what's your name? Leave a comment below or hit us up in any of the socials. You can see it flying by right there. Twitter, I'm not going to call it X, formerly known as Twitter. It's Twitter. But yeah, Twitter right there. More than likely, since we now stream to Twitter, you know also how to chat us. We have a Discord. I'm trying to get better with it. I think that is this Megaman, by the way. Megaman. No, this is K1639. Oh, this is Megaman, by the way. Okay, yeah, you're next time, Megaman. Your choice is actually coming up the next time. It hopefully will be next week, provided no illness. But yeah, you'll be coming up next week. Oh yeah. But yeah, we're kind of reaching our end here. Let me zoom in a little bit more to cover all of the drawing here for people. Hopping on my phone, rendering an episode of my current Let's Play. Oh, what were you Let's Playing? Well, no. We'll get to it. But yeah, Dining and Doodles, we do each and every week, on Saturdays as a request. Dribble Draw is more of a chat-based, show. Heart of Gold Nuzlocke. Hey, that's actually something we could do on stream pretty easily. Good luck with it. I've had zero success with every Nuzlocke I've tried. We might do another Nuzlocke in the future, and of course, well, we could do Scarlet and Violet. I have not bought or owned Scarlet and Violet. I got turned off by Pokemon with the release of Scarlet and Violet. Mainly because of the glitches of people having. I prefer Nintendo to release a product that's not glitch filled, but hey. It's a Pokemon game, it's gonna bring in a lot of money anyway, so there's no choice. And me not buying it wouldn't make a difference in their pocket. But hey, yeah. That's cool, so Cypher's got that going. So yeah, actually, we will be back with Cypher's next request, which is the original character from Dragon Ball basis. Definitely gonna be a different style draw for us to do. We've done it before, primarily for our Christmas stream, where we've done Santa Baldy. But hey, we will give it a try and do it. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. New episodes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I will, as long as I'm not already streaming. Mondays and Wednesdays are my days off, usually. Although this week we of course had an Anime Mayhem, where we talked about what was it, Ghost Stories. Next month we're going to be talking about Sketchbook. we can get it properly. Apparently, Funimation has the rights. Well, Funimation Crunchyroll has the rights, and they kind of wiped it from the net. But we'll see it. We'll see it. How we get to it. But yeah, next anime for Lesser Look is gonna be a surprise to me. Because I gotta get some watching right after the stream. So, but let's get over to our sponsor. And I don't have an image, but believe me, I am here. Build Bar. They have been a great sponsor throughout all these. They have a delicious, delicious product. I in fact was putting an order in the other day for some mud pie puffs, as well as some more protein powder. I've actually come to love their protein powder, although it's limited supply right now and then. But yeah, it's a great way to get protein, great low fat, low calorie, low sugar bar, which is a good replacement for candy bars. So, you know, we got Halloween here, we got Thanksgiving here, we got Christmas coming up. Weight's gonna be added. Here's a good way to kind of curb that by having a Built Bar. Have that as a meal replacement. It'd be great. But yeah, go to built.com, use the promo code EmbryArts, get 10% off your order, and that's on top of any other sale they have going. So it's promo code EmbryArts, 10% off your order, and with that, we're gonna head on over back to our screen, and I'm gonna thank Cypher coming in and chatting. Those of you that came in and watched, thank you for joining in, and we will be back with another stream tomorrow night, where we will get further in Undertale. I don't know if we'll beat it, but we will be concluding our current playthrough of it tomorrow night. So I thank you all for joining in tonight, and as always, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, and a wonderful year. Good night, everybody.